Hey guys, I wanted to talk about in this video who has been the biggest inspiration in my life. My biggest inspiration is hands down my mom. My mom has lived quite the story. She has been through a lot at a very young age. She still, quite frankly, goes through a lot, and it is very admirable to see the strength and devotion she has to have the strength to continue to endure all of the things she has been through, and to have the strong devotion to be a mother in the best of her ability. And I can confidently say I am proud to call her my mom, because she has taught me and showed me everything that I need to know, that has ultimately made me become the man that I am today, become the person that I am today, and has me aspiring to become an even better person to who I am aiming to become. My mom is my biggest inspiration. A little back end of her story is she comes from a family of 9, so a big family, as you can imagine, and she is the baby out of all of them. And she had quite the rough life. Where, to give some context, is she grew up in hard times. She grew up in hard times. She grew up in the projects. She had a hard life. She found a way to persevere and continue to utilize, the strength. She found a way to continue to stay strong within the process, within everything she was going through, where she ended up becoming a wildfire. She ended up becoming a wildfire firefighter. So she worked out there with the wildfires, where she was out there putting out wildfires with the shovels. And she would share certain stories with me about, how there would be moments when she would be fighting these fires, and there was even a few where she thought she was never going to make it out, because she was surrounded by so much fire, and she didn't think she was going to make it out. She then later got into law enforcement, where she became a CDCR peace officer, and made a career out of that. Because of her career and because of her, strength and courage, I have the opportunities that I have today, where, I have the insurance that I have, that I do not take for granted. I am very fortunate to have the insurance that I have because of her line of work. My mom had to medically retire, but from CDCR, because she got hurt on the job. But because of her insurance, to give some context, is I had one back surgery in 2010 that costed over $1 million. One surgery, just one surgery. That's not including the entire stay I was in the hospital for that time frame. For one surgery costed $1 million, and thankfully for her work and her good insurance, they were able to cover it. Along with me growing up with this disability, I had the insurance, to get nearly any medical equipment I needed. Whether it was a wheelchair, whether it was something to help me with my breathing, whether anything I needed, a form of medication, anything I needed. Because of her line of work, I was able to have the insurance, to pick up the tab, where we are not drowning in so much medical debt. And I am not saying that to brag or to boast or anything like that. I'm sharing this, because the question is, who is my biggest inspiration? And I wanted to share this with you guys because I actually wrote a song about my mom, and I will upload it on this video too, so you guys can see it at the end of this video. And I wrote a song reflecting off of my mom's story from what she has shared with me. And in the song, when you hear the lines of going through this fire, making it appear easy, it's along those lines. It's because I was reflecting off of when she was working the wildland fires. And when I talk about in the song, again, you will hear it within the song. It's along the lines of breaking down these prison walls or prison cells. I think it's prison walls, is because I was reflecting off of her being in CDCR. Now, my mom is my biggest inspiration because, she taught me the importance of, she always instilled within me to keep the faith. I remember being in the hospital many, many times, and she would tell me, keep the faith, son, keep the faith. As she's rubbing my head and I'm crying and emotional because I'm just in extreme pain, because I'm going through a lot of pain from whether it be a surgery related or, it could be me struggling with my respiratory for having pneumonia. And she would just tell me, keep the faith, everything's going to be okay. And, her resilience, character is my biggest inspiration. And I want to also add, that it goes down to a much bigger picture than that. I won't go too deep into the topic because it could take a large portion of the video. But it all goes down to, she had a hard life, right? But it also goes down to my grandmother. My grandmother raising her kids in the best way that she could. And I'd say she did it well. She raised some good kids, great kids, that I am proud to call my mom. I am proud to call my Theas. I am proud to call my Theos. Because she instilled in them strength and the power of faith. My grandmother was one who did not go a day or night without prayer. I wanted to share this video because I think it would be really cool to document within the process, and I am really trying to get myself out of my comfort zone this year and really be vulnerable, more vulnerable than I have in my channel, and share more about my story. I think it's really important. I think now is a time where I really start to share my story. I really do believe that it deserves to be told, and I say that in the most humbled ways possible, because I believe that not only does my story deserve to be told, to say, hey, this is what I have been through, but hey, this is who I have become because of what I have been through. So my message from me to you is, do not let your past dictate who you are, but do let it be part of who you become. To my mom, if you're watching this, I love you. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And remember, grow through what you go through. Much love. And please go to becomethevictor.com to hear more about my story, and also check out my digital ebooks where I offer wisdom and guidance to help you along your journey. I love you. I appreciate you. And again, grow through what you go through. Much love.